Now student, the next rule about the IUPAC nomenclature of alkane is alphabetical order of the substituent. When you will get that the two or more than two substituent which are having different, we can say different alkyl groups, that time when you are writing the name of the alkane, alphabetical order of the name for the names of the substituent should be followed. Now see here the example. Here CH3, CH, CH, CH2, CH3, and here this CH and this CH carrying branches. Now for selecting the longest continuous chain, I have selected this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Here this carbon number 3 is carrying one branch and carbon number 4 is carrying another branch. Carbon number 3 is having substituent methyl group and carbon number 4 is having substituent ethyl group. Now when we are going to write the name of this alkane, that time we have to mention the locant of that particular alkyl group. That time first we will write the name of the group which comes alphabetically first. So here in this case ethyl group comes first and methyl group comes afterwards, because alphabetically E comes first and M comes afterwards. Now you are going to focus on the alphabetical order but not about their locants. So when you are going to write the name, ethyl group having locant 4 will come first. So 4 ethyl. Then third carbon carrying methyl group 3 methyl. And the total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Total 7 carbon atoms are there in the longest continuous chain. So our word root is hep and the suffix is ane. Now consider this second example. In this second example, you will find that here I have numbered the carbon chain. Total 10 carbon atoms are there. So our word root is dec and suffix is ane. So decane is the parent hydrocarbon. In this, carbon number 4 is carrying isopropyl group, while carbon number 5 is carrying secondary butyl group. This is secondary butyl group. The secondary butyl group is formed by removal of one hydrogen from carbon number 2 of butane, and that is why this is secondary butyl group. Now when we are arranging it in alphabetical order, that time iso, neo, these prefixes will be a fundamental part of that alkyl group. But the secondary and tertiary, these words are not fundamental part of the alkyl groups. Therefore, while writing the name, you have to consider this alphabet I or for neo alphabet N, because that is forming one group. So neopentyl, isopropyl, these are the groups which we are going to write as their iso and neo prefixes as the fundamental part. But for secondary and tertiary butyl, like that group, secondary and tertiary will not form that we can say fundamental part of the alkyl group. Now here carbon number 5 is carrying secondary butyl group, while carbon number 4 is carrying isopropyl group. Now as per the alphabetical order, B comes first, I comes afterwards, and therefore the name is written as 5 secondary butyl, 4 isopropyl decane. Now come to the another example. Here also you will find that the carbon number 7 are there in the longest continuous chain. Now here you will find that the numbering can be done from both the sides, because substituent carrying carbon getting the equivalent position. For example, if numbering is done from left hand side to right hand side, carbon number 3 is carrying ethyl group. And when you are doing it from right hand side to left hand side, carbon number 3 is carrying methyl group. So equivalent position from both the sides we are getting. Is that clear? Now how to do the numbering? Which numbering will be correct? From left hand side to right hand side or right hand side to left hand side? Because by both way, the carbon carrying substituent getting number 3. Now here, while doing numbering, please keep in mind that alphabetically which group comes first should get lowest possible number. So now here I have done numbering from left hand side to right hand side also, and right hand side to left hand side also. So in numbering from right hand side to left hand side, the carbon carrying methyl group is getting lowest possible number, and from left hand side to right hand side, carbon carrying ethyl group as a substituent getting lowest possible number. So that time this numbering is correct and this numbering is wrong. Therefore, the ethyl group comes alphabetically first, so it should get lowest possible number. In this way the numbering is done over here, and so the name of the compound is 3-ethyl 5-methyl, as the 7 carbon atoms are there, so heptane is the parent hydrocarbon. Now coming to this next compound, you can find over here the numbering is done from left hand side to right hand side, and total 5 carbon atoms are present. You can do it in this way also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can do in this way also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, if you are going to do the numbering, always 5 carbon atoms are getting here. Now, when you are doing numbering in this straight way or in this zigzag way, whatever you want, you will find that ethyl groups are the substituent over here. So carbon is carrying 2 ethyl group over here. Carbon number 3 is carrying 2 ethyl group here. You can do numbering from this side also, 1, 2, 3. It will not make any difference. Now, when same alkyl group repeats for 2 or more than 2 times, then you have to use prefixes while writing the name. But these prefixes are not counted for the alphabetical order. Now here ethyl group is repeated for 2 times. So you have to write the locant 3 for 2 times. Then ethyl group repeated 2 times, so prefix di is used because the group comes for 2 times. So diethyl, and the parent hydrocarbon is pentane, as 5 carbon atoms are present in the carbon chain. In this way you are supposed to write the name. Now we will see the next compound. Now students, see the next compound. Here CH3, CH, this CH is carrying 2 methyl group as a substituent, then this CH carrying 1 ethyl group as a substituent, CH2, CH, again this 5 number carbon is also carrying 1 substituent methyl group, and this CH3. Now I have numbered this carbon chain from left hand side to right hand side. Carbon number 2 is carrying 2 branches, so numbering from this side is the correct. Now carbon number 3 carrying ethyl group, carbon number 5 also carrying methyl group. Here totally 1, 2 and 3 methyl groups are present, and carbon number 3 is only carrying ethyl group. Now see, we have learned that alphabetical order should be first, and alphabetically which group comes first, that carbon should be given lowest possible number. In this way we have done the nomenclature part. Now here you can find carbon number 2 is carrying 2 methyl group. So no problem, we can give the second number to this carbon, which is highly substituted. But while writing the name, we are going to write first ethyl group's name. So locant is 3 ethyl. Then carbon number 2 and carbon number 5 both are carrying methyl groups. So total 1, 2 and 3 methyl groups. So 2, 2, 5. These are the locants for the methyl group. 3 methyl groups are there, so prefix tri is used, and 3 trimethyl, and total 6 carbon atoms are there, so our parent hydrocarbon is hexane. Now coming to the next point, that is how to write the name of the complex substituent present in the parent hydrocarbon chain. See here, this is one of the example for that. Here I have numbered from left hand side to right hand side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And I have considered this group as a complex group. Here carbon number 2 and 3 is carrying methyl group, while carbon number 6 is carrying these complex substituents. Right? Now the name of the complex substituent we can write by numbering the carbon atom of the substituent group attached to the parent hydrocarbon, assigning this carbon as carbon number 1. So here you will find that this is the carbon number 1 of the substituent carbon, right, which is attached to the parent hydrocarbon chain. Therefore, we can say this is carbon number 1, 2 and 3. Carbon number 2 in this complex substituent carries methyl group. So the name of this complex group is the 2-methyl propyl group, because carbon number total carbon number are 3 and second carbon carries methyl group. Now while writing the name, here 2 methyl groups are only present. So we can write 2, 3. These are the locants for this methyl group. Dimethyl. Then carbon number 6 carries this complex substituent. So whole substituent name we will put in the bracket. After writing this locant 6, we are going to write the complete name of this complex substituent in the bracket. So 2-methyl propyl is the complete name of this complex substituent in the bracket, and then ending with the parent hydrocarbon name, as the total carbon atom 10 are there. So our parent hydrocarbon is decane. So complete name for this compound is 2, 3 dimethyl 6 in the bracket 2-methyl propyl, which is the complex substituent, decane. In this way, when the complex substituent is present in the parent hydrocarbon chain, you can write the name this way. Again, we will see the next examples. Now see student, we have taken another example. In this example, you will find that there are 2 complex substituents present in this molecule. Now, when such a condition is there, the complex substituent having equal number of carbon atoms present in the molecule, then always the complex substituent containing more number of alkyl groups will be forming the part of longest carbon chain, and other group we will consider as a substituent. Now let us see in this example, this is the one complex group and this is second complex group. Now in this complex group you will find that there are 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbons, and carbon number 3 is containing 2 methyl group. Now here also 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon, and carbon number 2 contain 1 ethyl group. Now in both the substituents, total 6 carbon atoms are present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here also total 6 carbon atoms are present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So both the complex substituents having equal number of carbon atoms. But this substituent is having presence of 2 alkyl group. This is having only presence of this one ethyl group. So here 2 methyl groups are present. Here only one ethyl group is present. So we are going to consider this substituent as a part of longest chain, and we are going to consider this complex substituent as a substituent only. So the name of the substituent will be decided by numbering the carbon atom attached to this longest chain as given 1. So this is carbon number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Carbon number 2 carries ethyl and total 4 carbon atoms are there. So the complete name of the group is 2-ethyl butyl. So substituent is 2-ethyl butyl. And I have considered this substituent as a part of the longest chain. So numbering I have done in this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So parent hydrocarbon is decane. In that you will find that carbon number 3 is carrying 2 methyl groups. So it is 3, 3 dimethyl. This way we are going to mention in the name. And carbon number 5 is carrying this 2-ethyl butyl complex substituent. So the name is started in this way. 5, 2-ethyl butyl in the bracket complete name. Then hyphen 3, 3 hyphen dimethyl decane. This is the complete name of this compound carrying complex substituent. Now we are taking another example. Here when you are going to decide the alphabetical order, that time the complete name of the complex substituent we have to consider in the alphabetical order. You can check over here. Here you are getting this is the carbon number up to the carbon number 10 here. So this is decane. Now carbon number 5 carries ethyl group and carbon number 4 carries 1, 2 dimethyl propyl group. This is the complex substituent. But when you are going to write the name, ethyl will not come first. Instead of that, 1, 2 dimethyl propyl group will come first, because alphabetically D comes first, then E comes. And here complete name of the complex substituent we have to consider alphabetically. So D comes first, so its turn will be first in the writing of the name. So the ethyl group comes afterwards, and therefore 5 number carbon containing ethyl group, and here 4 number carbon is containing diethyl propyl. Sorry, 4 number here I have to write 4 1,2 diethyl propyl and 5 ethyl. This way the name is there in the complex substituent when present in the group. So here we have considered the complete name of the complex substituent, and as D comes first, so we have written its name first in the IUPAC name. I hope student you understood all these rules, and it will be helping you to write the names of the alkane, IUPAC names of the alkane. Please do the practice accordingly. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.